It's Laura Eubanks.
And Hannah Eubanks.
And yeah, Hannah is Mike today. You'll be happy to know. And we are on a 3-day in La Mesa, which is a East County suburb of San Diego, for those of you that are unfamiliar. And this property is a dreamscape already. But we are here to elevate. Our client is just kind of getting into succulents, and we are going to take her all the way. So you can see incredible landscape already, and I will show you where we are going to make some tweaks. All right, here you will note that we have a lot of monkey hair, which is a type of bark, and you know how I feel about that. So I don't like it with succulents. Now, this is a logistically very challenging space because there are many levels to this.
Just look at Kevin and Mel.
Yeah, Kevin and Mel have to go up 10,000 steps and twists and turns, but totally worth it. And we've got it all figured out logistically. And I understand why a gardener or a landscaper would want to bring mulch in, because it's lightweight and easy. But we're not about being easy, so here we are. This little dry stream, the intention's good, but the execution needs work. So I'm not sure who, with my crew, I let everybody kind of go where they're led, because everyone is so good at everything. So we walk through the space, and I talk about the priorities and the things that need done, and then just kind of turn them loose to go where they feel like going. So I don't know who will resurrect this and rehabilitate it, but somebody will. Many of these larger tropical shrubs will stay, but a lot of the little dinky things will go. This is prime real estate here for a tapestry. And I'm going to take out all of these little nothing burgers. She's got some beautiful Fred Ives that we will obviously be pressing into service.
And these bromeliads.
3 giant bromeliads that will be grouped more efficiently and effectively. There's 1 on one side and 2 on the other. And I get it, they tried. And but yeah, so we're just, oh my gosh, I can't. And then look at the plumeria in full bloom. It smells amazing. I love working with plumeria. It is a succulent. It's very compatible. You will also notice kind of as we go that there are a lot of pots. There's between 25 and 30 pots that I'm going to have Terry come in tomorrow and completely redo. We're going to do a lot of specimens for our client, a lot of really cool one-off type of succulents. And another thing, she doesn't have a single cactus in this yard, and she's really interested in them. So I'll have some small, cute, manageable cacti that we can do in some of the pots as well. There's pot here, and these were, I'm sure, gorgeous, but they're overgrown now. And we are going to do some in that style, but I want it to be a little more sustainable, which is why I curated specimens instead of having 25 or 30 pots of miscellaneous soft stuff that has to be done all the time. Many of the things that we remove will be reused. Some won't. Just kind of depends on her interests and such. We have a couple of fantastic shaded grotto areas that are super exciting for me. I went to Waterwise Botanicals into their greenhouse, and I bought colorful crotons and bromeliads and just various cool tropical tradescantias and whatnot. So we'll be taking this, again, this is a style and it's fine if it's your thing, but the client's like, meh. The plants in straight lines, just not her jam or mine. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to regroup a lot of this stuff. We've got clivias up here, whatever the heck these are down here, dig them up, group them together a little more effectively. I'm going to bring bagged soil down here and get this moving. We got some beautiful pot rock that we're going to throw in here, and we're going to do like a tropical tapestry of sorts. So that is super exciting. She's got fantastic vines everywhere that are obviously going to stay, palms that are going to stay, the Nandinas can stay, just a lot of really great depth. You can see that Kevin and Mel are going to town. Many of these, we have actually 6 of these ginormous planters that I have. Matt Jones from Jones Rare Roots will be coming tomorrow with some succulent trees, some really cool, big, beautiful things. This Mediterranean is just getting a little, there's nothing wrong with this, it's beautiful, but it is getting a little big for this pot. The guys are gonna try to excavate this. I think you're probably gonna have to take this branch off though, huh? Which is fine, you know, because even if we use this, we can always point that in the back so nobody sees that we cut the arm off.
Oh, I know what you do now. Cut that and you leave it here so we can clip it.
Yeah, nice. So this just needs to go elsewhere. We have all this real estate down here too that she has gorgeously landscaped, but there's still space down there for other things. So this might go down there. This king palm is not happy, so it will also be rehomed. These triangles, this is staying. This is fantastic. We'll just top dress it. You know, and then there's a number of pots like this that are just lost their luster. So this will all come out and we'll redo it. Here's a really, really beautiful Hoya, or I'm not sorry, not Hoya, Tradescantia.
Stunning.
Yeah, you know, I'm
color.
wondering if we can just take out, oh, there's a little Portulacaria in here, and lavender, and interesting choice, Macrocarpus.
Just
What
needs
if
a
we
thriller.
just took all that out and then left this? This is so pretty, isn't it? And when this has recently just finished flowering, I bet it was stunning. Amazing that this plant does so well in the sun. Staghorn, gorgeous, staying. This was a big, gigantic pot full of bird of paradise, and I'm not a fan because I feel like the bird of paradise is extremely basic, and she wants to upgrade. So, bye-bye, bird of paradise. There's another bird of paradise right here that will also be going. And if we can get them out of the pot intact so that we can replant them, we will, but we aren't going to risk damaging the pots. So we just kind of have to get in there and see how it goes.
And then all of the monkey hair, gorilla hair, is going to get thrown down here.
All right. Then I'll take you up here. There's more. We're not done. There's more. All right. If we go through this way,
Well, you didn't show them in here yet.
oh gosh, there's just, it's crazy. Okay. So yeah, here's a really, really deeply shaded grotto, right? And they kind of lost the plot right about here. They tried to get some succulents going and they just not enough light. They're all etiolating. So I'm going to transition into tropicals as we move into this space. These big fake rocks are covering up piping and irrigation controls and whatnot, valves. And these three are fine. The one on the left, we're going to figure out something else because that's not cute. But yeah, I mean, another thing too that I haven't mentioned yet are the bones. You know, all this dry stacking is so great. You know, somebody had it going on. I cannot imagine the amount of work that this took, because this is all dry stacked. These aren't mortared. They're just fitted like pieces of a puzzle, and it's so pretty. So I'm not going to mess with any of that. Just upgrade, right? You can see it, right, guys? It's just a little meh. So
Just clumping some things
Yeah,
together,
good.
bringing a rock.
exactly. We brought, bring in a little more rock, do a little bit more work with soil elevations where appropriate, and just bring the pretties. These guys will all stay. This jasmine will stay. We'll just trim it. We already talked about this. Should we go this way? Okay. Okay, Daddy's heading to get some cans. Look at this detail. I mean, just such beautiful work on
And the decking,
the
too.
decking, yeah, and all the lights in strategic places, benches strategically placed, fun little nooks to entertain, to eat, beautiful art. Here's another pot that needs a new look. All these pots need fixed up. Then over here is the barbecue, the kitchen, which has a phenomenal view of the La Mesa hills. Look at that. Also super strategic, great location for this. Oh my gosh, this is that the Sedum
Shooting stars? Yeah.
Look at it. I've never seen it so mature. Now the Sedum shooting stars, we've only seen it available at Oasis. And this one is a winner. I mean, it'll grow in rock outcroppings. If it's in more sun, it gets really, really deep orange. But here, with some protection and probably a lot of water, it's not quite as orange, but it's really pretty nonetheless. And just little, we're going to have Terry basically address all the pots. And she won't be gutting all of them. Some she'll just be tweaking, upgrading, maybe top dressing, turning, whatever needs done. Cute little plumeria. Love me a plumeria. I don't remember if I talked to Carol about moving this or if we're leaving it here, but I'll find out. Don't love this. The Sansevieria is a little beat up. This is a plant that really needs shade. Just not happy in the sun. Yeah, that's kind of a hot mess. So we'll start over there. Then we have pot. Everywhere you look, pots. All be addressed, all be considered. Then here, here's an example of Sansevieria that is in a happier place. This doesn't get any direct sun, I don't believe, and it's much happier. But I feel like this absolutely can be upgraded. There's some Haworthia in here that are beautiful. So what we'll do is we'll take all of this out, all of it, and we'll pull out some of the Sansevieria. Some of these pieces could be worked in down below. Get rid of the Crassula dollar store and probably just work with the Sansevieria and the Haworthia. Then here, in this area here, we're going to put in a round, like a river rock, because the gardener has to trim this Eugenia hedge above the fence line and it makes a mess. So we need something soft that can be blown out. But this just looks a little unfinished, and this is a thoroughfare that's used on the regular. So we don't want to ignore it. We want to address it and make it look finished. You want to see some of the plants that I bought for the pots. Also, for those of you that are local to San Diego, don't walk to Oasis Water Efficient Gardens, because all of their 2 gallons, like echeverias like this, are half off right now. So, and I mean, they're gorgeous. But yeah, so this is, the Hardscape just was a leftover from Pasadena. But look at this Sahara. It's, as big as Hannah's head.
My head's not that big.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so we got some little cuties here. then out here, and yes, the front yard is also on the docket. Well, we haven't scheduled it yet, but she's very interested in having us redo the front. But here's some other cool things. I got some really, really cool things from Al from Botanic Wonders. And these spiralis I got these from Oasis. Extremely cool if you're interested in obtaining one of those. And then you can see my soft stuff. Oh, and check out this attenuata variegate. They're calling it agave starstruck. And I sure am. Can you even? Look at that. Wow, the variegation's insane. So those are also available at Oasis. This is the stuff, all these fun tropicals. I got these at Waterwise Botanicals. And then there's also some other things, that are succulent. I picked up a few things, but you're kind of if you're getting a tropical vibe, that's good because that was my goal. Because, succulents do lend themselves very much to the tropical. And check out this Dracaena Draco, you guys. This was hidden by, look at the little dove on the, can you see her? On the Hollywood juniper, on the branch. Mm-hmm. She's so sweet. Her gardener came and cut some branches off of the Hollywood juniper and took this giant bird of paradise back a bit to expose this Draco. Look at this majestic creature. I don't even know how old this is, but I would very much like to move this plant over into the front yard when we get going on that. It's a really, really pretty yard, but it is very tropical. It's very thirsty, and she wants to get rid of the lawn and, make some modifications. Sweet. Okay, that's what we're working with right now, and I'm sure that you're going to want to follow along and watch the progress on this one. For Hannah and Laura, peace out.
Bye.